And just like that, we're back again. 2025, y'all. What you think of that? Brand new year. New pod season is upon us. And we're going to play a game of guess. Look at that little, just kind of sits right there, a little point. We're going to play a game of guess that pepper. So I'm going to show you this pepper. And I want you to comment now. Don't wait till the end. I want you to comment now. I want you to tell me what you think this pepper is. Show you every angle of it. Okay. There you go. All right. Guess that pepper. The first guess that pepper of the season, and I'm excited. I got a knife here. Now comment below, what do you think this pepper is? The thumbnail, there's actually two of them. I have two. Two peppers. One of them's going to be for another video. I got you, dog. But anyways, so there's one test that I can do to tell which pepper this is. Actually, there's two. There's two tests. The first one is this. See how that stem doesn't want to pop off? Damn, that's hard. It does not want to come off. Let me see if I get a... Hold on. If I grab it with like a paper towel and pull. Okay. So it came off with the paper towel. Grab it and get a little more grip on it. It was a little tough to get off, but it still hasn't given me a definitive answer of what this pepper is. All right, let's cut it open. The smell, the thickness of the walls, maybe. But the next test is to eat it. And that will tell me what this pepper is. I'm going to explain why. So, guess that pepper. Put it in the comments. Now, my tolerance is really low, so this is going to light me up regardless. All right. It's a little bit tough to chew. That's hint number 2. You seen the stem was hard to get off? Bonus question, guys. Is this pepper chinense or annuum? Woo! My chest is burning right now. Wow. Now I've had one fresh pod. Bullpen members got to watch me eat that. I was out doing some shopping. Eliza was with me. And said, Daddy, how come you don't have any food for me? I'm not eating this to fill myself. It was just a habanero. It rocked me. Rocked me. I was done eating that pepper, and boy, I was burning for 10 minutes, man. Both ears were burning. Intense throat burn. So, I'm going to tell you why we're playing Guess That Pepper with this. One reason? Because I didn't know what it was. I had my suspicions, okay? Now, if you get a pepper that has that pheno, it could be a couple different peppers. But when all of the peppers, a whole bunch of them, they all have that pheno like that, it narrows it down, right? Yellow Scotch Bonnet. Definitely could get just a regular Scotch Bonnet. Definitely could get ones that look like that. MOA Scotch Bonnet, not so much, but every once in a while, you'll see one that looks like that. But there's another, and that is the Foodarama Scotch Bonnet. And not all those phenols will look like that, but some will, more than the other Scotch Bonnets. Okay, definitely more than the Papadretti and the MOA and the regular yellow Scotch Bonnet. However, I had my suspicions, and this was marked as a Scotch bonnet, okay? That's what it was listed as, was a Scotch bonnet. I bought it from an international market, and most of them in the package I got were green. I will still use them. I still love fresh pods. Even unripe ones, I eat them. However, when I seen that they were all the same shape pretty much, they all kind of had the same pheno, that's when I was like, Brian, try a little piece of that.
No, thank
Sure?
you. Yeah.
It's milder than a habanero, I'll tell you that. He loves habaneros. So anyways, this right here, and I wasn't sure until I actually pulled the stem off, and it was very hard to get off. You guys seen that. And then when I bit into it, and the skin was tougher than a Scotch bonnet, okay? This, my friends, is not Capsicum chinense. It is not that species. This is annual. This right here is a Jamaican mushroom pepper. Some refer to it as a squash pepper, but they get mixed up with and they get confused with Scotch bonnets. Those plants actually grow bigger. The production is crazy on them. And this is why it's important to, to not get peppers mixed up, because somebody can get a bunch of those. They can go ahead and keep a bunch of seeds and then plant. And I actually know somebody that had sold me, I don't remember if it was 5 or 10 pounds, a lot of, and they said they had yellow Scotch bonnets, and I don't know where they got the seeds. All I know is that they have a huge farm, and I bought a half a bushel or a bushel of these peppers, and they were not yellow Scotch bonnets. They were actually annuum. They were actually Jamaican mushroom peppers. Now, they were still good, and I still use them. I made some hot sauces and different things with them. There was a lot of ones that had growth on the inside. And a lot of times with peppers that push down like that and get that flying saucer shape, sometimes you'll see if there's water, there was a little bit too much rain in the field, they could get that growth, that mildew growth. It's like a mold in there. It's hairy. No good. You don't want to eat that. So yeah, if you guessed Jamaican mushroom pepper, then you are correct. If you said Scotch bonnet, you are not. But Scotch bonnet is what it was marked. It's tougher. The heat on them, I don't know, they're about the same. I think the Jamaican mushroom is technically a little bit lower than a yellow Scotch bonnet, but I don't know. For me, I just can't really notice the difference in the heat. The flavor's a little bit different. This is not as citrusy, okay? It's good, but it doesn't smell as citrusy and exotic, and it doesn't taste as citrusy. And that's why you guys see when I cut it open, I smelled it first. I'm a Scotch bonnet lover. And when I cut open a Scotch bonnet, I know the smell. This had almost no smell, maybe a little, kind of like a yellow bell pepper smell. That's about chewing on it. It's tougher walled, right? It's a different pepper. It's a completely different species. I know it looks like a Scotch bonnet. It looks like a Foodarama or something. It has a flying saucer shape and all that. Could you get away with using that in a recipe instead of Scotch bonnets? Yeah, you could. You could. If you're making some jerk chicken or something like that, or even making a hot sauce where you want to mix some Hobbs and Scotch bonnets together, that would work perfect. I have no complaints at all. But it is not a Scotch bonnet, and it is not chinense. That is a Jamaican mushroom pepper. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you got it right. That's excellent. The burn, not too bad. Nowhere near as bad as that habanero I ate the other day. That thing lit me up. This has got me a nice burn. Like I said, it's a milder pepper than a yellow Scotch bonnet. I think if I had a yellow Scotch bonnet right now, I'd probably be a little bit more lit than I am. But yeah, that's it. Jamaican mushroom pepper, baby. Ow.